Today we got a bunch more cubes to unbox. We got the Moyu rs4m, which is a Moyu 4x4, then the MGC Elite 3x3, and then the rs3 pyraminx maglev version. So I'm very excited about all of these, and let's go ahead and open them up. So I think I'm going to open up the maglev pyraminx first, just because why not? So let me go ahead and open the plastic up here. Alright, and let's get into the actual cube itself. So we have a Moyu accessory box, kind of standard, and then we have the pyraminx in there as well, and then this, I don't know what that is. Okay, let's grab the pyraminx in there, and there's nothing else in the box. You can put that away. Alright, so actually before I open that, let's go ahead and open up what's in here first. See the accessories. Okay, don't need that. I believe this is how to solve a pyraminx, yes. And then this is a screwdriver and tensioning systems for the cube as well. So that's about it. That's not super important. Probably will never need those things, but anyway, so let's open up the cube itself and see how it turns and performs overall. There we go. Okay. So I did get the maglev version of this cube. So out of the box, it is pretty chalky, kind of like most of the RS cubes are. So I think I'm probably going to lubricate this a little bit. But overall, it does turn pretty good. It kind of auto-turns itself almost, but not enough to where you can really feel it when you're going a little bit faster. But it's still really good, and for the price, it's I think this is definitely worth it. Okay, so I just lubricated it with some Martian lubricant. And I have to say, it does turn quite a bit better, and it's quite a bit less chalky. I do feel the auto turn a little bit more from the maglev. So yeah, overall this is a really good cube, but it definitely does need some lube right out of the box, just because it's really chalky and it's a little bit harder to turn without any lube because of the chalkiness. It kind of, you can feel a lot of friction on the pieces, so it kind of like turns itself a little bit slower than when you put some lubricant on it, so it can turn faster. But yeah, I definitely recommend this cube. It's super good, and for only $15 on Speaky Shop, it's a pretty good budget pyraminx. Alright, so now let's look at the Moyu rs4m. So this is a budget 4x4 that Moyu has released. It's one of the RS models. And judging by the size of the box, it does look like it's going to be pretty small, but I am excited for this. It's supposed to be really good, so let's go ahead and open this up. There's a big dent in that box. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then we got a cube stand. It's nice. And then a Moyu accessory box as well. There we go. Put that up to the side. Alright, so let's put this to the side. Let's see what's in the accessory box. So in here, probably similar to the pyraminx. Okay, they got how to solve the cube and just a screwdriver just to tighten and loosen the springs on the inside. So this cube is magnetic, and it's only around $15 as well. So it's not super expensive for a 4x4, but I'm actually really excited to test this whole this thing out as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. There we go. Oh wow. So when I'm turning this, it feels quite a bit like the 2020 and 2021 rs3ms, kind of like mixed together. So it's actually surprisingly good, and I do really like the way it turns. It's super smooth. It is a little bit smaller than the MGC 4x4, but I actually kind of like that. It fits my hand size a little bit better. But overall, yeah, it turns really well. It is a little bit chalky, so I may lubricate it, and I may not. Really depends on how I perform with it overall, but I do really like this cube. It's very smooth, and it's not too loud. The magnets are just about strong enough to where they're not too strong, but they're not too loose to where it doesn't really do anything with the layers at all. So yeah, this is definitely really good. And also another cool thing about this 4x4 is when I was solving it, I accidentally pulled the layers apart a little bit, and it turns out all the internals are orange, which is actually pretty cool. when you're turning the layers. It makes it kind of a cooler effect to the whole cube. And then the last cube is the YJ-MGC 3x3 Elite. So if you didn't know, they actually make a 2x2 version of this, which I really like, so I'm hoping that the 3x3 is going to be good as well. So let's go ahead and open this up and then see what's inside. Alright, so then we have this super cool slide box, just like the MGC 2x2. Okay. And then we have the cube itself with a cool little pamphlet on the front with the golden M. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so it just explains how the magnets and the core works, and it's all in Chinese. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the cube itself and then the accessories real quick as well. Alright, so in this accessory box we have a pamphlet on, oh, it's a super thick pamphlet. How to solve the cube, and is that it? Yeah, okay. And then we also have whatever this is. And then we also have some extra magnets. I'm really not sure what that is. Okay, we put that aside. All right, and then let's take a look at the actual cube. All right, so man, it looks super nice from the outside. So go ahead and open it up. Oh wow. Okay, so the thing I'm noticing about this cube is it's super, no, it's not super chalky, but it is a little bit chalky, and it's super fast, but it's controllable at the same time. So it's like, it's a really good cube. I actually do really like this and enjoy turning it. It's super smooth. The magnets aren't too strong, but I will go ahead and adjust them anyway to see what it feels like when they're adjusted as well. And then we also have a tensioning system on the inside that you can change out as well, kind of like the Moyu one, a little bit like that, so that's cool. And then we also have the super cool golden M for the YJ-MGC's Elite cubes. So yeah, this is a super nice cube. It's not super light, it's a little bit on the heavier side, but either way it still turns really amazingly. So I'm actually going to go adjust those magnets now and then see how that turns. Okay, and I also figured out what this thing is for. So you can actually unscrew the tip, and then there is a little tool there that you can use to change the magnet settings. And then there's also a screwdriver on the other end for tensioning the springs on, or tensioning the screws on the inside of the cube as well. All right, so I've adjusted the magnets, and it does feel a little bit looser, and I don't think I like this one as much just because it feels a little bit harder to control, although it still feels really good, and I definitely do really recommend this cube. So overall, all of those cubes are actually really good. I do really like all of them, but I definitely highly recommend the MGC Elite 3x3 just because of the way it feels. It's actually super good. Also, before I end the video, make sure to go check out Speaky Shop where you can get all those cubes and way more.